What's up, people? It's your girl, Adeola. The protest continues in Nigeria because, Mr. President is trying to prove tough. But we'll see how tough he really is, considering the fact that there has been a nationwide strike. According to the Director General of the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Nigeria has been losing 82 billion naira every day of the strike. So since the strike started last Monday, you can imagine how much Nigeria has lost. That's more than $500 million every day. And as a protest, some people who recently had babies are naming their children after the subsidy. So if it's a boy, they call him Subsidy. And if it's a girl, they name her Subsidat, okay? Now, it's not just those in Nigeria that are protesting. Nigerians abroad are protesting. Hello?
Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. We shall always fight for our right.
They're protesting in Belgium, in South Africa, in Ghana, in London. Here in the US, we protested in Washington, D.C. I was part of that. We protested in New York City. I was part of that too. So Nigerians abroad, we are seriously protesting and hoping for a change in our country. Wondering why we're so adamant for a change in Nigeria is because we know that removing the oil subsidy is completely unnecessary to develop Nigeria. Besides the fact that our government has budgeted ridiculous amounts of money for their own personal upkeep, which they could use to develop the country. Besides that, do you guys know Nigeria has 4 refineries? Yeah, which means we have the capability to process our own crude oil. See, we're really blessed. We have crude oil, we have refineries, we just need to, process the oil and then export refined oil, right? But no, that's not the case. None of the refinery is working like it should. So you know what we do in Nigeria? We export crude oil to other countries, including Ghana, where they have refineries that are actually working. You feel me? So they refine it, and then we have to import it back to Nigeria at ridiculous amounts. You feel me? Yeah! Nigeria imports oil. Seriously? You didn't know that we import oil? Yes, we do. Yeah, we're one of the largest oil producers in the whole world, but we still import oil because we don't know how to refine our own oil. What a shame! So that's what the people are asking the government to do. Fix our refineries. It's just the same thing that we do with cocoa. You guys know we produce cocoa, we sell it to Western countries. They process it to chocolate. Yeah, chocolate is really good, people. They process it to chocolate and we buy it back at ridiculous amount. Oh Lord, when are we going to wisen up? When we have the natural resources and the capability and the ability to process it to finished product and sell finished product. Instead, we would export the resources and buy it back as finished product at ridiculous amounts. So that's what's going on in Nigeria, and that's what the people are fighting for, that the government should fix the refineries. If they fix the refineries, they don't need to worry about removing the oil subsidy. That, my friend, is what we are fighting for. Some people are asking me, why are you guys protesting in front of the World Bank? I said, because the International Monetary Fund, the IMF, is the one influencing our government to remove the oil subsidy. Because they gain from this. They want us to be more dependent on them, and they want to eventually take over everything and privatize it. Now, this next video tells you the story of Africa. It's a little bit sad.
America, I'm hungry.
Sorry to hear it.
Can we have some food?
Not for free, you can't. You have any natural resources we might be interested in?
What's a natural resource like? Trees and grass?
No, like gold, diamonds, oil.
Oh, yeah, tons of it.
IMF, get over here.
What can I do for you?
Africa, this is the International Monetary Fund. They're gonna give you tons of food and money.
Hi. You guys are so nice. When do you want us to pay you back?
Honestly, your interest is gonna be more than your GDP, so you're never really gonna be able to pay it back.
America, thank you for this food. Tell you what, if you have any companies that want our resources, we'd love to have them.
Well, I'm just keeping it real, y'all. Very quickly, I want to compare the price of gas in OPEC countries. These are the countries that export oil. And also, I like to compare the minimum wage in these countries. All this is in American dollars. In Venezuela, gas is 2 cents per liter. In Kuwait, it's 21 cents. In Qatar, 21 cents. Saudi Arabia, 16 cents. In Iran, it's 63 cents. United Arab Emirates is 48 cents. Algeria, 39 cents. Libya, 16 cents. Iraq, 37 cents. Nigeria, 90 cents. Now that's the list of oil price in countries that export oil to other countries. Now take a look at the minimum wage in these countries. Venezuela, $590 per month. Kuwait, $986 per month. Qatar, $624 per month. Saudi Arabia, $612 per month. In Iran, it's $534 per month. United Arab Emirates is $1,361 per month. Algeria is $345 per month. Libya is $146 per month. Iraq is $159 per month. Nigeria is $111 per month. Something ain't right. Do you guys see what I'm seeing? Okay, so the country with the highest price for gas per liter is the same country with the lowest minimum wage. Oh, Lord. You know, sometimes I wonder if our government ever sit down and do this comparison. You know, it just doesn't add up. Nigeria. That means if you're living on minimum wage in Nigeria, there is no way you can survive, especially if you have a family to feed. Because gas price is so high, everything else is high. Food, taxi, accommodation, everything is high. It just doesn't add up, people, and I'm just keeping it real. Still on oil, the government of Sudan has been preventing South Sudan from exporting crude oil. You guys know that South Sudan became independent from Sudan last year, and it took 75% of the oil wealth because most of the oil is located in South Sudan. But the problem is most of the pipelines, the refineries, and the ports where they export the oil are located in Sudan. So South Sudan still has to depend on Sudan to export the oil that it produces. They've been trying to reach an agreement on how much South Sudan should pay to Sudan in order to use the infrastructures, but they've not been able to reach an agreement. So you know what the president of Sudan is doing? He's hijacking the oil from South Sudan when they get to the port. You know, after they loaded the oil to export them, he hijacks the oil and he says, now that's my payment for using my infrastructure. That ain't cool, you know. These two countries need to work out a plan, some kind of payment between themselves so that South Sudan can continue to export crude oil. Because 98% of South Sudan's revenue comes from exporting oil. The thumbs up this week goes to the tobacco farmers of Meru in Kenya, who finally stood up for their rights and held demonstrations demanding that Mastermind Tobacco Company pay them for their crop. These farmers are saying this company owes them about $1.3 million between April and July of last year. But I'm glad that finally they're fighting for their rights. They are now urging the government to intervene and ensure that they get paid. The thumbs down this week goes to the Director General of Customs in Burkina Faso. His name is Osman Guru. So this guy stole $3.8 million and he kept it with a relative. He He kept it with a relative. He didn't even trust his own immediate family, you know, like maybe his wife or something, and keep it with her. He had to keep it with some relative. And of course, he got busted. He needs to learn from the pro. The pro that steal money in Africa, they launder it to other countries, and then they take a vacation and they go and spend it lavishly on stupid things that they don't need. Anyway, he's been fired and his case has been investigated. Before I leave today, I want you guys to see a little bit of Ethiopia.
Green is the land, and there are no seas. Yeah, there is no sand. Ethiopia is in the east of Africa. Colors and friendship, you bet you will find that it's good hospitality and this pretty girl, some boys, every day you can meet. The colors are fair brown, black and bright. Ethiopia is in the east of Africa.
Alright, y'all, it's been real, and I'm keeping it real right up in here. Until next week, I'ma see y'all later. Peace out!